to tell you a story, but not just any story. A story, but I'm going to tell it with a twist. Sorry about my dry ass lips. I need to fix that. I need some like car mix or something. See, I'm gonna have to be posted up on this video like this. Because my lips are so dry. But I'm going to, my bald ass is gonna tell you a story. Okay? Put a little bit of that green, 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 green. Okay, let's tell you the story now. So, partially growing up in East Sacramento. Interesting experience. My dad told me about one time that actually he was at work. My dad used to make eyeglasses and shit. We lived in East Sacramento. I used to live in a town called Citrus Heights. It's in East Sacramento. And my dad, he made eyeglasses and shit. And he told me about one time there was this homeless lady, and he said she pulled her pants and underwear down and just shit like all over the wall, like that shit like was smeared up on the wall, like chili con carne just like everywhere, bro. Like that shit was like the way he described that shit was like it sounded like the nastiest shit, like you know. Anyway, that story is completely unrelated to what this story is about. I want to say I was maybe it was right before we moved out of Sacramento, so maybe 7 or 8. I didn't live that far from my school. I lived in a genuinely good neighborhood. So I would either walk to school or I would wait for the school bus to take me all the way around town before I came back to the school. And I had just moved across the street from where I used to live. So I decided, hey, I want to walk to school today. Me and the neighbor's kid, we would walk to school and shit, and the other neighbor's kids and shit. We were all friends and shit, so we'd all walk to school. And we're on the way to school. And if you live in East Sacramento, you already know the turkeys are a fucking problem. The turkeys are dead ass a fucking problem, bro. And they're aggressive too. And they don't like people. And it took me a minute to figure that out. Them motherfuckers are aggressive as fuck, bro. So, I distinctly remember we were walking, we were having a good time, bro. I was like, yep, I'm in, I think, the 3rd grade. I'm like, yep, I'm about to fucking, like, ace this math test and shit, Like, I'm chilling. I got apples in my backpack and shit, I'm good. Apple peanut butter jelly. I'm good, bro. Well, I had apples and peanut butter and jelly. Had to throw the apples. Had to throw the peanut butter and jelly. Nothing was working. That motherfucker was out for blood. Like, that nigga was chasing me. Like, he chased me. Like, the school was like 2 blocks away, bro. He chased me fucking for 2 blocks until I found an adult that shoot him away, bro. That was by far the scariest fucking experience I've ever had in my life. I was being chased by a goddamn dinosaur with nothing but a fucking backpack, bro. I was a little kid, bro. I was small as fuck, bro. I was like, I want to say like I was probably like a 2 foot tall 3rd grader, bro. That's like I'm little, I'm small, bro. I'm being chased by a goddamn dinosaur, bro. To my knowledge, right? And I'm like, fuck, it's Jurassic Park. I gotta go. And so, I the worst part was on the way to the school, I tripped and fell. I actually tripped and fell on a pebble, and I scraped my knee. I remember that shit hurt, but I was real little. That's all I can remember really of that story. But yeah, I was real little, and then I think I have another one from when I was in Sacramento, but I'll tell that in a different video because I feel like these should be told in different videos, different stories. So yeah, that was my story, getting stoned and telling a story. Um, have a good night or day or afternoon or evening whatever. Remember the shit shower and shave?